One moment, I'm scooching things around still. Where's my references? That would be helpful. There you are. I really need to clean my downloads folder. And not do my stupid organize later folders within my downloads folder. Like, actually organize it. I think that's everything. Hopefully it is. Boop. Do we still have a cat? Oh, it's a good day. We still have a cat. We still have a cat. Hi, Miss Mia. Yeah, hi. You're a good girl. I don't know. Oh, my mic. I forgot. I moved my mic a little lower last week. So now it's in the way of the camera trying to capture my face. I can't win with myself. Hey Lucas, hi Ocean. It's going okay. I'm still pretty sleepy. I probably won't talk as much until somebody inevitably gets me on a subject that won't get me to shut up. But yeah, it's going alright. Where's my charger? Here we go. Let me just go ahead and pre-make room for Marjorie on my desk. We all know what she's going to do. She has been a menace today. Oh my god. She keeps jumping up on the shelf that she's not supposed to be on. Because it's covered in doll stuff. Unfinished projects. And then she fell earlier, because it also has my pride flag that's not put up on the wall still on it. And I startled her and she just slipped and fell down. I'm like, oh my god, Marjorie, are you okay? She's fine. She's just stupid. And then I clipped her nails, which went surprisingly okay. She was a menace about it, but it's fine because I tacoed her. And then she couldn't be a menace about it. But she's got like funky dew claws. Next time I go to the vet, I'm just gonna like, hey, y'all told me that I needed to cut these more than normal, and I can't cut. I don't understand. It's not cuttable, but it's like curled into her paw a little bit. Not enough to hurt her at the moment, but like if it keeps growing, it will. So I have to ask them about it. Because they're like, yeah, her dew claw is a little funky, so you're gonna have to cut it more than normal. Me being me, I have forgotten to cut it more than normal. I finally found the cat nail clippers though, so at least I know where those are now. So I can remind myself better. Hi Kiara! But yeah, when I went to trim, like, it's blunt. Her dew claws are blunt still. So it's not like they're easy to cut. Especially the kind of nail clipper that I have. But they're just so weird looking. Me, of course, her front claws are removed so she doesn't need nail clippies. Maybe I should check her back claws and see if those need to be trimmed. But I've never had any problems with Mia's claws. She keeps hers neat. Marjorie's just an asshole. She sharpens her claws on me. I want to have cute cuddle time with Marjorie and have her like knead on me because she loves kneading. Unfortunately, I have to have like 3 layers of blankets on top of me, otherwise she'll just tear me apart. Hey, that one's almost healed. The scratches from that. She is. She doesn't mean to be most of the time. She's just a curious little Kira. Guys. Yeah, look at Mia. Look at Mia. Oh my god, look at her. Hi! No, come back, Mia. You were so cute. You're adorable. Please, I love you. Please, I love you so much. Ma'am, ma'am. Hey, hey, look at me. Mia. Hi, Marjorie. Mia. Hi. Hi. Yeah. See, you guys don't see Mia much. She is the biggest sweetheart ever, and I love her so much. But she doesn't like want attention as much as Marjorie does. So she's a little like a bit of a standoffish cat, but she's just such a sweetheart. Hi Owl, how's it going? Like, where Marjorie is all knives but adores you, Mia is just soft. She is kind of a grumpet though, but that's okay. She's allowed to be. She's a cat. Anyways, I didn't make much progress on this week. I was tired. And I've been catching up on Tower of God after we talked about it last time. So a lot of my time has just been curled up in bed reading comics. No! Oh my gosh, she's trying to steal stuff again! Sorry. Stop! Right in front of me. She is trying to steal right in front of me. I cannot believe this cat. Anyways, yeah, I was reading Tower of God this week, catching up. I didn't realize I was on season 3 of it, but like literally at the beginning of season 3 is where I left off, because I forgot about the comic again, as I do. Very normal for me. I'm not really that much of a binge watcher. I love keeping up with the series as it's airing, but my memory does not. So ooh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. It's also something I read during lunch. Like I'll either read or watch YouTube during lunch at work. Although I take very short lunches because I prefer to go home earlier. I feel like people like see me eat and they're just like, there is something deeply wrong with you, because I will eat food in like 3 minutes and then like clean up and be like, okay, back to work. I get it from my dad. My family is a family of workaholics. Hello, how's it going? It's been an interesting time at work, speaking of, because I just moved teams, and, like my previous team, I always felt really bad because I felt like I wasn't doing enough. Because my team lead has a bad tendency, or my previous team lead had a bad tendency to like take on most of the work, and so like all of the junior devs are just like, hey, I don't have enough work. Can I get some more stories, please? Constantly, all the time. And now I'm on this team. They hand me work, and then I like shred it within 2 days. I'm like, okay, what's next? And it's the complete opposite. Like, it's the same problem, but for opposite reasons. It's fun though. I enjoy my job. I'm very thankful that I do. Yeah, my family is always just like, hey, could you like slow down a little? Enjoy it before it like goes into your stomach. And I'm like, I did! Very quickly. It does make it very funny. Like, whenever you see those posts that are just like, what would you rather not have to do ever again? Never sleep again or never eat again? And I'm always just like, never sleep again. Like, look, yes. Cooking and eating food costs money. Understandable, yes. But consider, that's 8 hours minimum that I get back every day that I can do whatever the fuck I want to do with, versus the like 2-3 hours total of like cooking food or like getting food every day. Like, you can do so much with 8 hours. That's so much time back. Not even. I'm waiting for the day that my manager's just like, hey, you can't keep taking 15-minute lunches. Because I already got told that I had to take a lunch. And that I couldn't just like eat and work at the same time. That's just what I was doing before. They're like, no, I'm sorry, you have to actually take a lunch break. I'm like, fine. Okay, so the query isn't what are you giving up forever? Like, you can still eat if you decide to give it that you don't need to use food anymore, and you can still sleep, but you don't have to. Like, it's no longer a biological requirement to stay alive, is the thing. Because don't get me wrong, I do love sleeping. It's just, most of the time I don't want to. The same thing for eating. Like, I don't mind eating. There's a lot of very delicious food, but also, like, that could be time spent on animatics. I think it's some law, some either state law or federal law that like you have to have lunch breaks or something. Somewhere down the line where like they're required to do it, or maybe it's some union thing. I don't know. Honestly, like, I'm the weird one here in regards to lunch breaks, so I don't mind being forced to go take a lunch break. I'm well aware that I'm the weirdo who's just like wants to speed run through 8 hours of work and then go home and then not think about work and then come back and do the same thing every day. Most normal people are like, hell yeah, fuck yeah, breaks. Hi, Noodle. That's interesting, Kira. I know for me, what I had to do to force myself to slow down, was I have a tendency to, like, eat each individual thing on my plate, one thing at a time. So if I have to force myself to, like, round robin that shit, then, I am more likely to slow down. And eat as I'm intended. Or if I just, like, add a food to the mix that's more difficult to eat, then that also will slow me down. But the thing is, like, if you slow down, then your food gets cold. And I don't like that. Oh, goodness, Noodle. I need to, like, figure out a way at home to have, like, those kind of cool hot plates they have at fancy restaurants, so that my food just stays warm. I do the same! I do the same! Yeah, honestly, like, people who are just like, no, you eat the best first and then you save the worst for last, honestly, understandable. Sometimes I do that too. It depends on the food. Like, if everything on the plate is good, I will tend to do that. Cause then I want I want to like end with the best type of thing, cause it's all good. It's all still good. But like, if there's something bad on my plate, I'm getting rid of that first. Because as soon as that shit gets cold, it's going to be even worse than it was before. And I'm already picky with texture. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, especially if like veggies and steak. Yeah, definitely like get the peas out of the way. get them out of here. I do think it's very funny that even as a child, I have very much always adored broccoli, and I actually don't mind spinach, but everyone's just like, oh no. Broccoli and spinach are some of the worst. I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Who's making your broccoli and spinach? Because I make broccoli garbage when I make it on my own, and it still fucks. So clearly you're doing something really wrong, because I am not a good cook. I have been told that Brussels sprouts deserve their hate, though. That was the one vegetable my father was just like, we're never forcing you two to eat this. Which I thought was incredibly funny. No. Noodle, you're eating right. That's how you're supposed to eat. Kira and I are the weird ones. We just hoover food like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, I'm sure if I actually tried Brussels sprouts, they'd be totally fine. They'd just be another leaf vegetable that tastes like leaf. But I'm going off the opinions of others because I haven't had them yet. I will say, and I stand by this, coleslaw is disgusting. Yeah, my dad is a very good cook, and an incredible griller. My personal favorite thing from him, other than just like whenever he decides to make steak and stuff like that, is he calls them, what is it, hobo veggies? And it's best done on a grill, but basically it's it's like a big bowl of tinfoil. he uses aluminum foil to make a bowl on the grill, and then he puts like chopped potatoes, and I think he sometimes puts peas and stuff like green beans and stuff in there, but it's mainly potatoes and carrots, specifically multicolored carrots, because multicolored carrots are delicious. And he puts all sorts of like spices and oils and stuff, and it is the most amazing way to eat potatoes. It's wonderful. But yeah, I've been spoiled by my father's delicious cooking. Now when I go to cook something, it's like it's still good because I use the same spice mixes. But you can tell that I'm not very good at cooking. Yeah, it's really, that's the thing, it's really easy to get me talking once you get me talking, but I'm naturally a very quiet person if you don't get me to start talking in the first place. That's a mood noodle. Sometimes my dad comes over and he's just like, you wanna make some food? I'm like, sure. And I'm like, I'm all ready to help, ready to be a sous chef. And then he just like summons 3 more arms and does it all himself, and I'm just like, I wanted to help, Dad. I wanted to help. Oh, beef stew sounds really good. I've not made soups or stews before on my own. I don't have a crock pot. I should get one. See, I've tried to do that, but I just it didn't stick. It didn't stick. The main problem is just there's not like a lot of foods that I enjoy and enjoy making. But like the things I enjoy making, I make them good. I do, but I have also learned the value of having tools specific for the job. I used to make rice just on the stove at college, and then I was just like, I don't fucking have time for this. I'm getting a goddamn rice cooker. I mean this in the kindest way possible, Kira, you do. I do have a large... I think my dad's given me the pot back. He borrowed it to make chili. I'm also really jealous that you work out, Kira. I've been trying to get myself to exercise because I do... Like, I have an office job and stuff like that. It's so fucking hard, though. And I live in Texas, so it's fucking awful outside. I got, like, one of those, like, steppy machine thingies. But it's so squeaky, and I can't figure out how to get it to stop squeaking. It's so loud, and I don't want to wake up my neighbors, because, like, the time of day that I want to exercise is, like, fucking midnight, because that's when I have all my restless energy that I didn't get out during the day, and I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna wake up everyone in the neighborhood. A rice cooker, my beloved. Truly the best kitchen tool ever. You can even use it to make things that are not rice. Like, it's that cool of a device. Oh, I was gonna rant about sauerkraut, wasn't I? I got distracted. Mid-rant about sauerkraut. I fucking hate sauerkraut. Oh my god. I was so mad this week. Cause so, I buy lunch at the cafe that is at work because I lived for like 10 fucking years on box lunches during school, and I hated them so much. I cannot stand, like, cold cut sandwiches anymore. They make me want to throw up in my mouth. Not because they're bad, but because I am tired of them. So I always buy my lunch. And first off, I just want to complain because just, like, they decided to do some, like, weird special thing this week of, like, barbecue, and I'm like, okay, I mean, I guess that's fine, like, barbecue's fine, but I just want the normal stuff, like, you've messed with my schedule work, and I can't believe this. Yes, this is the black hole character. And I was so mad because I was trying to use the, like, weird app thing that they have to pre-order lunch, and it wasn't working. I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to have a longer lunch than normal because I'm gonna have to actually wait for my food. And so I go down there, and turns out they had two options for lunch: the meat version and the veggie version, or the vegetarian version. And I looked at the menu, and I turned and looked at, like, them packing up all the lunches, and I'm just like, I fucking hate it here. How dare you do this to me? How dare you? And there wasn't even, like, the option to, like, only have certain things. And I get the fucking box, and I'm like, okay, you know what, it's fine. It's brisket or whatever, and I have to pay twice as much as normal for my fucking lunch. But it's fine! And I open it up and there's fucking sauerkraut in there, and I'm like, you fucking assholes! It's just one thing after another with you people! I'm just... Oh my god, I was so mad! I was so mad! I hate sauerkraut. Like, I am a very picky eater, and I fully recognize this, but I am not like I'll turn my nose up at food, but like when push comes to shove, I'll still eat something I don't like. Like, there's very few things that like the texture or the taste is so bad I cannot physically stand it. Sauerkraut is one of those things. I can't even be within like 3 feet of it to smell it. Like, thank God my sinuses were clogged that day. I was so mad. I couldn't eat my entire lunch because there was sauerkraut in there. You are valid, Kira, but I stand by my hatred of sauerkraut. It's the one food that I've ever had that has actually made me throw up after eating it. And I fully recognize the sauerkraut that made me throw up was just absolutely god-awfully cooked. Like, it was terrible. It was the worst thing. Like, I don't even know how they made it that bad. Type of bad cooking. But yeah, that was my sauerkraut experience of this week. I do applaud that you make your own sauerkraut though, like... See, that sounds like it would be tasty. Every time I've seen it, like, the leaves in it look wilted and shriveled and, like, just sad. And every time I'm just like, people like this? That is a great quote here, holy fuck. What is your watch bar doing? I'm curious. Oh, what the fuck? Hey, YouTube! Don't do that! Kronk is a good goal to aspire to, let's be real. Okay, I need to fix the, oh, here. It's in the wrong spot. I have a bad tendency during my sketches to be like, yeah, that's close enough to where everything needs to be, and then I have to fix everything when I'm on stage. This is why liner is actually my real sketch, and my sketch is just like weird shit scribbled on there. Although I will say, if you're having trouble with line art, treating it like a second sketch helps a lot. Her head is supposed to be tilted up a little bit. Also, fun fact, the lady who is the black hole character is actually an existing character of mine. And I'm considering this like an offshoot of that character, not even like an AU. Maybe she reincarnated into this black hole character. Fuck if I know. But her name is Salem. And she's a pretty cool character. I love her. She is a technology witch. She's also the mortal enemy of the character that I stole both of my names from. So of course I had to make her extra cool. Like, you can't be like the mortal enemy, the nemesis of one of my favorite characters I've ever made, and not be cool as fuck. If your evil women aren't hot and amazing, like, what are you even doing? Yeah. I mean, okay, clarification here. Reincarnation is just a part of, like, the cycle of life in my story. My storyverse. Everything reincarnates. you reincarnate until your soul is like, okay, I'm out of like energy of reincarnating or whatever, and then your soul turns to stardust, and your stardust gets recycled into a new soul. Why is it lagging? Okay, YouTube's been really weird lately, and it like keeps flipping out about my bitrate, and then I go over to Twitch, and then Twitch is just like, your bitrate sucks here too, and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? Hello? What is my bitrate supposed to be at? Is it wrong? Do I need to change it again? Yeah, sometimes you just have to refresh the page and then it fixes itself, and the problem was actually on YouTube's side the whole time. But I'm double checking stuff on my end. It's all looking good on my end. I don't even have any dropped frames, so it's gotta be a YouTube thing. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, reincarnation. Anyways, that basically means everyone's an isekai. Technically. No, technically not, because they don't retain their memories. The only ones who get quote-unquote isekai are the ones with like the worst trauma. They wake up and they're like, oh god, why am I alive again? Why do I have my memories? That's not how this works. Those are supposed to be gone. Yeah, I love the idea of like, not an eternal cycle necessarily, that's not the right word, but like the idea of like the atoms that make up humanity as it is these days are the same atoms that were around during like the dinosaurs and the Big Bang and all that. Like those were always the same atoms. It's just an idea I really loved, and that's kind of how I incorporated it into the lore of my universe. Cause everyone's made of stardust. I need to draw actual arms, I think, is what I'm missing. And then her sunglasses. Oh, I forgot her sunglasses on this frame. Hang on. You just Lucas, but that's literally one of my characters. The character I did the last YouTube short on, that's literally his whole story. He's just like, oh yes, I'm gonna sacrifice myself for the greater good and the good of all my friends and make sure they survive, and then he wakes up in this next life and he's just like, why the fuck do I remember? Why? I was not supposed to reincarnate! That's not how this works! There's certain, powers you can receive from gods that prevent you from reincarnating. Cause the intent is like, or the idea is like, that power uses up your soul's vitality, and so when you come to the end of your life, then you have to turn into a new soul type of thing. But yeah, that guy in particular, like, he's just like, okay, well, somebody's gotta do this. Might as well be me. And then he does it, and then he wakes back up, and he's just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And then it happens again. Yeah, exactly. But again, everyone's made out of stardust, and the stardust just returns to the cycle, and a new soul is born. It's not like you get destroyed by doing it. It's just there's a distinction of like 3 parts of something, of someone that is a conscious being, versus something that is like just a plant or just a rock. If you're a conscious being, there are 3 parts of you. There is your soul, which is the thing that will always, what's the word? It's what leaves after you die, I guess. Something to that effect. Then there is your spirit slash body, that is your physical self. And then your mind is the connection between the two. And so when you die, you lose all the bits of you that were a part of your spirit, and you lose part of what was part of your mind, but some of it is retained in the soul, and that goes on to the next life, and might affect that next life, whether through their personality or other things. It's a bit of like that nature versus nurture argument. No, that is not a major plot point. There is a study of the soul, but it is a very highly regulated thing, and only a few people actually have access to the tools that can do that. And there's only one person who has the power to manipulate souls in the way that you are thinking. And they would fucking murder anyone who's dared to just do such a thing, because they're literally the god of souls. Is that a Taoism thing? Maybe I have to look into Taoism. Hang on, I have to cough. Let me mute myself. I'm okay. No worries. There's just, like, it's a different direction than the intent of the direction for my story. I don't think it's a bad plot point. It's just not one that I would write. Because, like, the thing is, the guy who's the god of souls, yeah, he's totally down to manipulate souls and manipulate people. That's part of his whole shtick, like, that's his whole power set. But, like, there's some class to it, you know? Like, you gotta be classy about it. It's the best way I could describe it. I think he would actually be offended if he met the people who were studying souls. And he'd be like, what the fuck drugs are you people on? I'd be like, no, we figured it out. We've connected the dots. Yeah, exactly. Professional standards. Man, Salem's so fun to draw. Oh my lord. I'm gonna be haunted by that D&D group for the rest of my life. Or, sorry, no, that wasn't D&D, that was Pathfinder. That was before I got into D&D. Although, I guess I'm technically returning to Pathfinder now. I'm trying a second try at writing a campaign that I wanted to DM. that I eventually got cold feet over and felt like wasn't good enough the first time. But I'm gonna try again. And that one's in Pathfinder 2. We'll see how it goes. How did I draw this telescope? Oh right, I didn't. They are both tabletop RPGs, but they are different rule sets. They're different games, essentially. They're very similar. To my understanding, Pathfinder was written as like a fuck you to D&D when they decided to change their terms of service. So Pathfinder in a lot of ways is very similar to D&D. Another major difference between the two is Pathfinder, like, they sat down and they cranked the numbers on everything, and so it's considered a solved system? Something to that effect. It's very, very balanced. Like, they expect you to do very little homebrew in it, because they have balanced the system so tightly. But, on the other hand, all of the rules for Pathfinder are completely free to find on the internet, in comparison to D&D, where Wizards of the Coast continues to be scummier and scummier. The EA of tabletop RPGs, if you will. I'm actually waiting on a book for a different tabletop RPG called Break, because I backed the Kickstarter for it, because it seemed fun. Oh, that's nice. The last D&D group I was with was pretty good for a while there. But I have left that group now. Don't want to get too into detail with that because that's a very recent thing, very personal, but it was a good group. Well, then you know he's good. Like, man's got years of experience. Although that doesn't mean shit, honestly. Let's be real. Pathfinder group being my main example. Oh gosh. Wait, did I tell you guys about the other Pathfinder group I was in? Cause like the orphan killing druid group was very funny. Don't get me wrong, but the first Pathfinder group I was in was my first tabletop experience ever, and that was something. Oh no. So I cannot confirm nor deny, because I literally do not know, whether or not my DM was on drugs. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say yes. Because the man was I don't know what was going on in his head. I barely understood. There was a plot there. There was definitely a plot there, but I could not tell you what it was. I think at one point during the campaign, our characters, this was when I was at college, our characters showed up in the city we lived in and in the college we were going to, and realized that they were characters in the story. Common trope, yes, but like the way we got there. One of the dudes in the campaign somehow managed to die twice in less than 30 seconds in real time. I wish I was exaggerating. One of the first days of the campaign, we were like in like some modern city. Mind you, these are like totally normal like Pathfinder high fantasy medieval times characters showing up somehow in a modern day city. Don't ask me to explain again. Whatever drugs this guy was on, I don't know what they were. If he was on any, maybe his mind just works this way. I don't know. But we wake up in like a city, and then like there's like a wave of like this weird red gelatin that starts flooding the city, and like we're like, okay, we probably shouldn't touch that, especially because we watched something get literally fucking dissolved like acid in it. We're like, all right, let's like start climbing buildings because they're probably fine. It just affects like organics. Like we should be fine if we climb up high, right? So we all climb up on buildings, and we're starting to do the cool Assassin's Creed jump between buildings and stuff like that. Unfortunately, one of us rolls a nat 1 and falls. Oh, don't worry, Lucas, we'll get to that. Because yes, somebody did try to eat the jelly and nearly fucking died. Actually, wait, I think it was like an NPC did. Like they convinced an NPC to eat the jelly. They were like, let's have something else test this for us. And then the guy just fucking melts in front of us, and we're like, okay, don't do that. Don't touch that. Bad idea. Anyways, so yeah, so we're up on the buildings. Somebody rolls a nat 1 trying to jump between buildings. Fucking plummets to his death, instantly fucking dies. And he's just like, hey, I'm a ranger. My dog's still up there. Let me just play as my dog for today so I don't have to get a new character sheet. And so he rolls to have his dog jump across. And guess what he rolls? This poor man. And he just stares, like, just stared at his character sheet on the table. He's just like, yeah, I'm done, fuck this. And I'm like, man, I can't even blame you. Like, that was one of our first rolls of the day. We fought like one thing during the session, but that was one of our main rolls that day. And I was just like, you know what, understandable, my guy. This was also the campaign where somebody flirted with a door to unlock it. Classic bard style, but the thing was, I was the bard, and they wouldn't let me do it, and I was very peeved about that. Because this was me, like, trying to learn how the fuck do tabletop games work. They also wouldn't explain how bartering worked to me, and I'm just like, I don't know how to fucking barter. But, yeah, anyways, the crowning end of the whole Jello saga was, we finally get all across, we do all this exploration and whatnot, and then we find out, oh, hey, the jelly that's, like, covering the city is actually a person, like a sentient person. And I don't remember what we did to convince her to stop, but I do vaguely remember, I don't know if there was a kiss or there was flirting or there was like some romantic connection of some sort. Someone did something stupid and got somebody else killed again, not another NPC, and it was really funny, but it was also just incredibly absurd. Oh, the jelly ate multiple people. Let's be, it covered an entire city. She got a lot of people. Also, yeah, they flirted with the door to unlock it, and the DM was just like, yeah, you know what, fuck it. my favorite tabletop comic is just like this random elf going like, hey, do you like drugs? And the truck is like, what? Fucking course I love drugs. And he's like, I think we're gonna get along great. It was such an absurd crowd campaign, which was what made it fun. Like, the intent wasn't to have, like, some, like, grand adventure or anything. It was just one what the fuck moment after another, and frankly, I support it. Why is my mouse a normal mouse? Where is my cursor? Where is my... Where's my butterfly? It almost was me, but I did not trust the jello that was flooding the entire city. But I wanted to so bad. Oh, I moved it. Didn't I? Did I move my mouse cursors? Where do they need to be then, computer? That's unfortunate. Where did I put them? I need my butterfly back. I'm sorry. Like, looking at a normal mouse again is just awful. Where's the butterfly, please? Where the fuck did I put it? Is it in art? Where is it? Oh no, I'll have to find that. Oh, I love that one too, Kara. That one's so good. I love that. Somebody remind me to fix my cursors after stream. I missed my butterfly. Speaking of Windows cursors, I am so mad. They have changed Windows cursors. I don't know when, but it was pre-Windows 10. You could customize every single cursor you had. And now, for some godforsaken reason, you can only customize some of the cursors on your mouse. And I hate that. I should be able to customize every single thing about my computer. Fuck you, Windows. I'm very peeved about it. But yeah, I have a set of custom cursors I made for myself. They were very fun to make. And surprisingly easy to make. Like, there's just, like, apps you can download. There's, like, yeah, just dump a bunch of images in here and we'll make it into a GIF/cursor file for you. Kara, not only did I get the ping for it, Kara, Daishima personally messaged me. He's just like, hey, come look at this fucking idiot. He literally messaged me personally to make sure I came over and looked and laughed. So yes, I did in fact see the idiot. I was unfortunately, at the time that it was happening, I was in the middle of playing Minecraft. I'm playing Vault Hunters again, cause I'm a fool. And I'm very peeved at Vault Hunters right now, actually. I mean, I was already peeved at Vault Hunters because it's hosted on Forge, and it shouldn't be. Don't use Forge at the moment. Don't use CurseForge. Use other mod places. Bruh, I didn't click any of their links or anything, because I was just like, I mean, I could just point and laugh since we already been new. But, like, come on, but, like, it's so easy. When you post multiple art styles, if you aren't well known to have multiple styles, even then, like, people who can style mimic, you still see their original style in the mimicking of that style. Like, you can still tell it's from the same artist. This is something I was curious about, so like whenever I saw like people doing like draw this in your style or drawing in so-and-so style multiple times. Like, I looked for those things because I was curious about it, and it's so fucking obvious if it's the same person or not. And I'm just, like, every time I see one of these scammers who's clearly just lifted, like, 3 different artists' posts, I'm just like, are you stupid? Are you dumb? Are you an imbecile? Like, just say that you're using AI. Like, God, I mean, I'll still block you for that, but, like, at least there's a reason your style's all over the fucking place. And, here's the thing. I mean, I can't do Blender, but I can do everything else on the list that you just put, Kira. But you still know it's me, because I have a fucking style that's consistent throughout all of them. And every time these scammers, like, yeah, they don't even have the decency to at least, like, try to get, like, all anime of the same anime style for all of their little references that they're stealing. They somehow manage to pick 2 on the opposite ends of the spectrum every fucking time, and I'm just like, are you stupid? I have eyes! I can see! I mean, I don't have 20/20 vision, but, like, I don't need it to see that you're stupid. Every time. Every time. Are they still using the same, like, GFX, like, artist, keywords, too? Because that cracks me up every time. Every time I see that, I'm just like, instant block. Oh, where's my cat? She's gone. Is she behind me? No, she's not. Where is she? Miss Mia. Miss Mia, where'd you go? Oh. Anyways, yeah, you should always point and laugh at scammers because they're so stupid. I do think it's funny that, like, coming from Tumblr to Twitter originally, like, everyone was freaking out about scammers on Twitter, and I'm just sitting there over in a corner, used to being on Tumblr where, like, any given day, you might be spam messaged by a porn bot, like, just randomly, and it's just, like, that's a normal thing on there to the point where it's just, like, most people just start trying to fuck with the bots. There. Because Tumblr sure doesn't fucking do anything about it, so might as well have some fun with it before you block them. And then going over to Twitter and it was just like, oh no, everything's gone terrible, everything's awful. It's just like, it's just a fucking bot, block it. Now, of course, nowadays we have AI scrapers, and that's something to freak out at least a little bit about, because it's just like, hey, what the fuck? Although, interestingly, because I've been seeing this unfold on Tumblr, there are AI scrapers on Tumblr at the moment. And it's confusing people because they aren't behaving like bots. They're behaving like real people. Which means there are real people making AI bot scraper accounts and then manually going through and scraping art off of Tumblr, and everyone's just like, why? See, like, the thing is, like, I think bots are very funny and I enjoy them. I just think that the ones that are just there to, like, scam you and stuff are annoying. And it makes me sad, because, like, we have beloved bots like HaikuBot on Tumblr, where it's just like, if HaikuBot reblogs your post, then, like, you fucking made it, my guy. But also at the same time, I'm used to Tumblr where, like, there's, like, 15 bazillion gimmick accounts, all hand-run by people with just so much time in their day. personally follow What's That Magic Card, who identifies magic cards and posts, like in pictures, no matter how blurry it is, to the best of their abilities. Could they catch Kira, which is a poll, by that you submit fictional characters to, and then everyone votes whether or not they could solve the Kira murders in Death Note. With some extremely funny results. And then I think I started following One Bug a Day, who just they just post bugs. My other personal favorites are What's That Car? They identify cars and pictures to an astoundingly accurate degree. And I mean, World Heritage Post is just a classic on Tumblr. Although, what are they called? Writing Prompts S recently got cancelled because they started saying some Zionist shit on Tumblr, and it was like everyone, like it was so bad. Writing Prompts S was beloved on Tumblr, and they are fucking hated now. Like, with just one post, it was like incredible backlash. Like, holy shit. And it's deserved backlash for what they said. Oh my god, the police scanners are evolving. What's the... Oh, is that the guy who yes, I think I have seen a couple posts from the onion weight guy. That's the guy who, like, you show a picture of an onion and he can guess how much it weighs, right? I love gimmick accounts. They're so funny. Like, even if the gimmick itself is not hilarious, like, just the fact that somebody sits there and is just like, yep, I'm gonna do this every day for the rest of my fucking life. Incredible. Peak hilarity. I'm in love with every single one of them. Yeah, I saw the one where he was just like, oh, that one's 400 grams, exactly. And they're like, what? Who else do I follow? I'm trying to think of the gimmick blogs I follow, or at least the ones I see very often. Because maybe I don't follow them, but somebody I follow follows them. That way I don't have to sort through all the bullshit every single time. Sorry, not not a gimmick vlog, just incredibly on point image from what we were talking about earlier in the Discord with with Gravity Falls. Is this the right one? Yeah, that's the right one. I can't be less paranoid. Yeah, there was an April Fool's Day, I think it was last year, where a bunch of the gimmick blogs on Tumblr, like, swapped gimmicks for a day. It was wonderful. No worries, Noodle, I hope you enjoy your video games. I would link my Tumblr, but most of it right now is Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. And Bilford. I keep like I try to like somewhat organize my blogs on Tumblr. I have a few. I've got my Love Nikki / Shining Nikki, soon to be also Infinity Nikki blog. And I've got my aesthetic blog where I reblog all the like stuff I use for inspiration. And then I have a blog that's literally just like so I don't have to tag for spoilers. So like some of the stuff I reblog goes onto my normal blog, and then other things go onto this blog where it's just like the Wild West, like spoilers abound for everything on there, because I'm too lazy to add tags to my posts. And then I have a defunct Animal Crossing blog / I guess I was reblogging pet site stuff to it as well now. But it was supposed to be for Animal Crossing. I did not end up using it at all. I mean, I think I have a separate account specifically for sim stuff, but I've forgotten to log into that one. I might as well move it to my main account, but that takes effort. Oh, did Daishima decide what the best emote was earlier, by the way? I meant to go back and check, but I've forgotten to. I'm very curious about what his opinions were. But I'm too lazy to watch the VOD. Sorry, Dai. I'm not a VOD watcher. I'm really bad about it, actually. I'll watch some VODs, but I don't know. I'm not even consistent about which VODs I'll watch. What was I watching? Binding of Isaac. I wanted to catch up on what all the new things were in Binding of Isaac. I've never played Binding of Isaac, but it's such an interesting game. And then I realized I was too lazy to watch all the VODs. The person that I watched play the game. In my defense, it is Northern Lion, and he does have like 2,000 Binding of Isaac videos. No, he definitely has more than that. Get complimented, nerd. Oh, I get to draw the best character now. Fuck yes. She is the best character in this. I just want you all to understand that. I doodled her at work and I was so delighted. I didn't know how I wanted to draw her originally. Like her outfit and stuff. But I knew what I wanted her hair to be like. I knew she had she had to be black because I wanted to do this effect with her hair of making it look like a black hole with it slowly gradiating out from black to red to orange. Oh, one of your messages didn't go across to Twitch. I see it. Yeah. Thanks, Lucas. Have a good night. Why isn't my iPad charging? Did it unplug? It did! Ah! There we go. Now it's charging. I read on both. I keep both YouTube and Twitch open. I mainly look at the window I have in Twitch, or not in Twitch, in OBS. And I usually keep the Twitch window up because I can hide the viewer count on that, and so also if I get any of the requests on there, the points requests. But I flip between them constantly. Like if I see you use an emote, I'll swap to YouTube to see which emote you're using. Oh, that's a good one! That's very good. I really need to get more emotes. Or pay somebody to make me emotes. Yeah, same. I also use YouTube because premium. I really need to figure out how to get stream elements off my channel. It's so annoying. I'm not even using Patreon at the moment. I mean, I'm using it, but I'm not posting to my Patreon. I just end up posting in the supporter channel on Discord. Anyways. Those are so cute. I was not expecting that channel name from them. I'm not gonna lie. It startled me a little bit. I feel like I should have her leaning on like a nebula or something. That's fun. What time does she stream at? I need to find more people that stream at times where I can actually watch them. Dang it! 10 p.m. East? What's that for me? That might at least be like a time that I could raid into her. Oh yeah, that's definitely raidable. Yeah, that's understandable. I specifically raid at times, raid. I stream the days I do because I can stay up late on Friday and Saturday. Ooh, that's cool. Maybe I should just make a channel on my Discord where I spam all the clothing I add to my inspiration boards. You know it's bad when you see like somebody like do like a draw this in your style or something where it's just like, oh, use this outfit to draw your character and I can recognize exactly what brands are in it. It's just like, oh no. I know all of those Lolita chords. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's... Now I'm jealous. See, my problem is I have gained weight, and now I do not fit in everything. And I have to get larger outfits, and I cannot fit in all the tiny, cute Lolita outfits, and I cannot get them. So I have to make them myself. I am lazy. And I have not learned how to make lace. Or not make lace, what is it? Ruffles! Ruffles! They are my enemy. Ooh! Yes, please. Please share all the creatures. Especially cats and crabs and bats. Where is Mia? She has hidden herself from me. She might have just gone into the other room to sleep on my bed instead. I don't know. Marjorie's being weird. Hi! You wanna come over here? Look, I cleared room for you. Let me see. Oh, you didn't say it was a tuxedo cat! As I said before, they're my favorites. I used to have a tuxedo cat named Foxy, and he was such a sweetheart. He was one of my childhood cats. To be fair, I do love cats of all kinds. I just get especially excited about tuxedo cats. I think he was part Siamese. We had 3 of them at the time, and they were all part Siamese, but only one of them actually looked Siamese. Which is the funny thing. Only one of them had the Siamese markings, but he was like big fluffy too. It was really funny. I'm so used to long-haired cats nowadays that I barely even notice the fur on me, and then I feel like super unprofessional when I realize I'm covered in fur. It's fine though. On a completely different topic, I have had the urge to do fan art lately, and that's a scary thing to feel. I know I've mentioned it before, but I don't do fan art often because I struggle with it so much. Don't ask me to explain why I struggle with it, but I do. I don't. Every time it's like, if I were to do the same concept with one of my own characters, I would fucking nail it. But every time I try to draw like a fandom, it's just it looks like garbage to me, and I don't know why. I'm working on it. I want to get better at it. I've had a couple where I'm just like, yeah, okay, this piece fucks. This is good. But for the most part, oh my gosh! Oh, they're so cute. What? I want these. I want these so bad. Do I recognize any of these dresses? I do not. I have not seen any of these ones in particular. It might just be because they're on, they're like being thrown on a bed. But I follow Lolita Wardrobe, which is like essentially like a Taobao site for Westerners to buy Lolita clothing. So like I constantly see like the latest Lolita outfit releases, and every time I'm just so mad because their sizing is trash. One day I'll have a very cute Lolita OAG wardrobe. Handmade! Because these fuckers won't size for me. The worst part is I'm just barely outside of the range that they do their sizing in. I'm like a few centimeters out. But it's enough to where like it just won't fit at all. Ooh, thank you. Thank you for sharing all of these images. I'm delighted. Oh, cherry tomatoes! I've grown cherry tomatoes before. When I was like a little kid, and they did not grow well. The thing is, like, most of these outfits are shaped in a very specific way, and especially with like how Lolita is, and when you're altering an outfit, it is significantly easier to go down sizes than it is to go up sizes, because when you're going up sizes, you have to add cloth to them. And since these are kind of semi-mass produced things, even if it's Lolita, and Lolita like stuff has like Lolita is weird, but like there's no room in the garments for them to be altered to be sized up, even if it is just like a few centimeters like it is for me, because like their sizing will go up to like I think it's like 120 centimeter bust, and I need like 130 minimum type of thing. Like, and there's just no way for you to alter a garment like that to do that unless you're like an expert at it. I am not an expert at it. I would have like you have to disassemble the thing and put it back together to alter garments like that. Oh my god, I didn't realize that was strawberry. I had to go back and look at it again. But yeah, like, it would honestly be simpler and less time consuming for me to just learn how to make the outfits I want to make anyways. Because I want to make them, man. I want to make my own stuff eventually. And then I can have it exactly how I want it. I've already made my own wizard hats before. Those are very fun to make, by the way. And I got a pattern recently for making like a button-up. I just need to find the right fabric, and I'm going to make my own button-ups, and I'm going to be I'm gonna have the coolest, wackiest shirts for work. I already feel like very out of place because like it's like white collar, like businessmen everywhere in my office all of the time. And then I walk in wearing like a funky t-shirt, or not even a t-shirt. I'm wearing like a funky button up and like bright sneakers and like, hell yeah, I'm here to do code things. I feel so childish, but it's just like, I'm not wearing the shit y'all are wearing. I've done that before. I hated it. Like, I have a few quote-unquote professional shirts and, like, professional pants, and just, they're so uncomfortable. All of the time. And it's like, it's not like I'm client facing. I don't have to talk to people outside of my team. I don't have to look that professional. I am glad there's no, like, tattoo cover-up policy, though, because my tattoo is on my arm. So it's very visible a lot of the time. And I'm always a little nervous that, like, somebody's gonna get offended by the fact that I have a tattoo on my arm. Because people are weird. My dad's told me horror stories about people freaking out when they suddenly realize that he has a ton of tattoos. And I'm just like, it's not your body, it's not your business. Oh, speaking of tattoos, funny story. For all those earring-wearing folks out there, if you decide after you've went years not wearing earrings to try to put earrings back in, and it has grown over, and is not just like very easily poking through the skin that has grown over to have your piercing back, don't force it. Don't do that. I have made mistakes a couple weeks ago. Actually, no, it was mistake after mistake. So first of all, if you don't have your ears pierced but you want to have your ears pierced or anything else pierced, make sure to get like titanium or gold for your piercings, and stay the fuck away from nickel. Because your body hates nickel, and if you put a nickel piercing in, which most cheap piercings are made out of nickel or have some quantity of nickel in them, your body will throw a fucking fit, and it will try to destroy itself. Long story short, I've had my ears pierced since I was a child. But I consistently forget to keep piercings in, because sometimes they're just get uncomfortable. And like, I have a lot of nice studs, and I probably should just keep studs in all the time, but I forget. And my left ear was fine. It just poked through, and then it needed a little bit of healing time, and then it was all good. My right ear, I forgot the fact that I didn't have like just gold earrings on me at the time. Like, I should have just looked through my whole collection and tried to find some that were gold, or at least just not nickel or cheap, like most of the ones I have are. And I did the stupid thing, which was forced it. There's a lot of blood, and it's still healing. It's been like a week and a half, and it's still like, it looks like shit. Because I didn't realize it, but some of the cheap earrings I have nickel in them. And, like, it started turning black. And I was like, okay, I know, like, it's nothing to freak out about, because that's just what happens when you put nickel earrings in for a healing piercing. It's a weird reaction it has. It's just a visual thing. It's totally fine. But also, the wound itself was, like, getting infected over and over again and stuff like that, and I'm just like, fuck it. I'm going to, like, some random tattoo parlor that does piercings, and I'm gonna walk in and be like, can I just buy some piercings? Can I just buy some earrings? Because this is a bad situation I'm going through right now. And I unfortunately picked the one tattoo place that had like a line of people sitting in the waiting room. I'm just like, hey, can I just buy some earrings? Oh my goodness. Oh no, not the ads. I'll wait for you to be back. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I just I got the weirdest look from the guy, and then like I just like pointed at my ear and was just like, listen, I'm having a bad reaction to these nickel earrings. Like, I need something else. And then, like, just the dawning, like, horror and then realization of, oh, okay, I get it. that was a fun experience. I kind of want to get more piercings, honestly. As soon as this finally fucking heals. Because it's still just the worst time, like, I know how to take care of earrings. Like, I've done this before. I've gone through the paces multiple times for these singular piercings I have. And it just kept getting worse, and I don't know why, but I swapped to these gold ones, and it's been clearing up very nicely now. Which is nice. So, kudos to that guy who's just like, oh, okay, I get it. But yeah. I kind of want to get, like, a second lobe piercing. I'm terrified of getting anything on top of the cartilage on the upper part of my ear, but, like, they look so cool every time I see them. But my sister, unfortunately, she got a hoop on the top part of her ear, and it got, like, really badly infected, even though she was doing everything right, and, like, the hoop itself, like, it was a correct one. She didn't do, like, the whole Claire's thing, where she went to a proper place. It just unfortunately got badly infected, which is common. Although it looks fucking sick now. But it has scared me off from trying to get anything too fancy with earrings. Mostly just because I'm so forgetful as a person. Like, I'll forget to take care of it properly, and then I'll fuck up my ears. Yeah, like, I definitely couldn't get anything like a nose piercing or a tongue piercing or even lip piercings. Like, I would fuck it up immediately. Also, I am just really bad about, like, if I'm wearing jewelry, I am touching it constantly, which you're not supposed to do with new piercings. Like, even now, I've learned recently, interesting thing that I've learned recently with my experience with this infection that I have got going on, when I originally got my piercings, and when I had to get them re-pierced because they grew over, I was told that, like, about once or twice a day you have to spin your earrings so that it doesn't grow too attached to them so it can heal properly. And now I've learned, when I was trying to figure out what the fuck to do to clear up this infection, you're not supposed to do that at all. And I'm just like, what? When did that change? I have to cough again, hold on a sec. I was very surprised to hear that. That I guess they did, like, some study or something and then found out new information. Yeah, oh my god. I hate conflicting information. The world should have one set of rules always. But yeah. I mean, I still spin it because even though I am wearing gold piercings now, it is trying to attach its... My ears are trying to attach themselves to the earrings, so I have to, otherwise it will do it. Alright. That's right. Hold on a second. Here you go. My hat is yours. But you will give it back. But yeah. Oh, on the subject of tattoos, I want to get more. I still want to get more. I have plans. I need to draw them still. But I want to get a moon on my left shoulder and then wings on my back. Those are the two that I have planned. But I'm still deciding how I want to do it. Like, I'm very pleased with the constellation I have on my arm. But I'm thinking... Definitely from my back, I want that in color, because I want to get wings. But I'm deciding still what kind of wings. Like, at one point I was like, maybe I should just get Ambrosia's wings on my back. That would be cool as fuck. But I also had the idea of demon wings originally, because, like, everyone gets angel wings. This is me trying to be cooler than everyone else. I was like, I should get bat wings. That would be fucking rad. And then more recently I've been thinking, I have a character who has like demon wings that are also fairy wings, so maybe I should do something like that. But I don't know. I'm too conflicted. So that's still like being planned, and then I have to figure out how I want to do the moon. I'll probably do like a funky spiral like the moon for Ambrosia on my shoulder. But I want it to be cool. I want it to have like a pattern or something, or color. Or maybe a cloud. I don't know. Still figuring it out. All I know is that I'm not gonna get either of those until I have like a very clear idea in my head of what I want. Cause like when I did this one, I knew exactly what I wanted. Oh, that's cool. At least not right now. I think I don't want a sleeve. But it would be cool one day if I just like kept adding constellations to my right hand. And it just trailed all the way up my shoulder. Oh, that's cool! Yeah, I know my sister, to my knowledge, has one tattoo. She probably might have more at this point, honestly. And then my dad, like, everywhere is covered in tattoos. And it's so funny because like he's also in IT, and so like he's always like got long sleeve shirts and all that jazz, and then like anytime like his work buddies like go somewhere more casual and he's wearing like shorts or a short sleeve shirt, they're like, oh my god, you're covered in ink. He's like, yeah, what are you talking about? I've been like this the whole time. It makes me giggle every time. But then again, that's my sense of humor, of just fucking with people like that. He's got a lot of cool ones. I think he's got, he doesn't have any family crest, but he's got like a lot of, Viking stuff themed around family, because that's the kind of guy he is. My sister, I believe, has a fox. And then I got my constellation, as I said. Mine are probably all going to be space themed, let's be real. I've been obsessed with space since I was a child. I wanted to be an astronaut when I was little, but then in elementary school, when I learned that I needed to wear glasses, some asshole child was just like, you can't be an astronaut, you have to have 20/20 vision. I was like, oh man, I'm too scared to get laser surgery. Guess I'm not being an astronaut. Now I gotta figure out something else for my future career. I just think it's such a silly way of a small child to be thinking. Like, aw, beans, can't do that. Ooh, that's cool. I've seen a couple of photos of people who have like gold tattoos and stuff like that, and every time I'm just like, that's so cool. This is going to be difficult, because the way that I draw afro textured hair is I shape it instead of drawing line art for it. But I have to have line art for the way that I do animatics. I could just shape it anyways and make it a part of the line art, but that feels weird to me. Also, I hate these glasses. I'm not doing it like that. Oh, but speaking of stuff like your ring design, I feel bad thinking it's funny, but I do think it's funny whenever I hear about like people tattooing like makeup, and stuff like that, so like they don't have to do it every day. Because I've heard that people will do that, and I'm just like, I get the idea here, but you could just not wear makeup. Like, I get it. I get it. But also, like, you don't need it. It's okay. You're beautiful as a human being. And anyone who tells you otherwise is a fucking idiot. And an asshole. But also at the same time, just like the idea of just like, or like people who tattooed on their eyebrows, like they shaved off their eyebrows and tattooed on new ones. I'm just like, I understand like the thought process here, but you gotta admit, it's a little funny. No, that's the worst, Kira. Oh my god. I made it very clear to my dad that like when I was off at college, that none of my art, like all of my sketchbooks, he was not allowed to throw them away. Like that shit was coming with me when I move out. And I'm pissed because I'm definitely missing some of my art, and I don't know who stole it. But I know somebody in the family did, because I know there was one picture I had in my sketchbooks that like 5 different people in my family started fighting over because they all wanted it. I'm just like, none of you are getting this one. I'm keeping it. What is wrong with you? And it's missing now. And it went missing when I went off to college. So somebody took it. Or I just can't remember where I put it, but I would not put it past my family. But yeah, now I was getting kind of nervous because my sketchbooks, like, they're pretty worn down. Like, these are the ones I brought with me to school and stuff all the time. And I, at one point, finally got a bunch of scrapbooks and got a bunch of, like, sheet protectors? Is that what they're called? I moved all of them into scrapbooks because they're the kind of sketchbook that had the like perforated paper that you could pull out easily. So I pulled all of them out of the sketchbooks and I put them all into scrapbooks. And now they're safe, and it makes me happy. I'm kind of mad because I drew the face perfectly, but it's on the layer with the sketch for the glasses. Actually, I should draw the rest of this first. Gosh, I love her so much. I'm just so pleased with the design. Oh no, that's so cool. I am missing my sculptures. I think I talked about the really creepy jester I made. I do kind of wish I still had that one, but I also don't feel bad about throwing it away. That's really frustrating though, like, at least in my case, it was my choice to throw it away. I've had the idea of it for so long. I just had to get it out on paper and figure out the rest of her outfit. I knew I wanted to do burlesque for her because I wanted her to be a little fancier. I was going between like straight up burlesque like this and something like a a jazz club, like, singer outfit type of thing. Like, I wanted her in a dress. I wanted her to be fancy. But I ended up going with the burlesque because I was like, this feels like it fits a little bit more with the other characters. Like, they're all going to a party somewhere for sure, and it's the same party. The shoes, I also had an idea for a while, but that was mainly because there's an item in Shining Nikki that has that effect. And I saw that and I was just like, okay, stealing that one. That's too good to not steal. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like a funny pun name for them, but all of my brain has been thinking of is just Space Gang. I'm like, that's good, but there's gotta be a pun somewhere that I could use for this group of characters. Like, I wanted to do something with the solar system, but then I was like, no, not all of them are part of the solar system. And like, then I tried to think of something with the Milky Way, but then I was like, no, somebody's gonna make a horny joke with that. And I don't think my brain could take that. I don't think I have the mental fortitude for that one. So I'm still thinking. I'll find something sometime, eventually. I just don't know what yet. Being Ace and being me, who's just an idiot, like, is just constantly thinking of, can somebody make this into a horny joke, and do I care about that? Because I'm stupid, and I'm... At one point in time, if it wasn't pointed out to me, I would never notice an innuendo. And nowadays, I cannot stop seeing them. And I'm always on high alert ever since college. I know you're around for when I was talking about my college English professor who was just obsessed with Kurt Vonnegut. And it made him a really, really good teacher for that class. And I grew, like, I had an appreciation for Kurt Vonnegut now, which is nice, because his works are actually very interesting. And they also have that, like, absurdist humor in them that I personally really enjoy. But... See, that wasn't the landmark moment of this teacher's class that, like, really sealed him in my memory. So I've always been the kind of person who draws during class. That's just who I am. I need something to do with my hands, or I will not be paying attention. And it's not for a lack of trying. I'm just that ADHD. And I was working on a commission in his class at one point, and it was a really nice background commission. I was having a lot of fun with it because it was one of those ones where it's like, oh, you don't really get prompts like this really often. And for me, I was drawing this person's alien character who was like all neon colors, and it's just like, okay, I gotta work around these neon colors and pick the right background colors to not only make this feel like an alien landscape, but also, like, look cool with this character's colors. And I made the unfortunate decision to choose a lot of pinks and oranges. which I didn't think was an unfortunate decision. I thought it looked really cool right up until the point where this teacher's walking around. He's mid-lecture. He is going at it. Like, he's the kind of teacher who, like, when he starts lecturing, he does not stop talking to take a breath. And also of note, the door to the room was wide open. And so he's walking around, he's lecturing, he's going at it, and I'm paying attention, I'm like nodding along because it's good lecture, and he stops right next to me, and I'm at the end of the aisle, so he can like look straight down at what I'm working on. He's just like, "Is that a vagina?" And it haunts me. It haunts me to this day. And I looked down at what I was working on, and I looked up, and I was like, "No, that's a cave. Why?" In front of this class of like 30 college students. And I was so fucking confused. And I was also like, oh god, did I accidentally draw something that looks like a vagina? I wouldn't know. I'm not that horny. To this day, I was so confused over it. Like, it's just funny to me. Like, I wasn't even embarrassed. I was just so confused over it. And I turned to my desk mate. I'm like, "Do you see it?" Like, I was so thrown by it. Like, I just kept asking him, like, what the fuck was he talking about? But that's not even the worst part about this story. Not even the worst part. Because I get back to my dorm room and I'm so thrown by this. I think it was my last class of the day too. Oh, so like it's just haunting me. And I get back and I get on Discord with my friends and I'm like, "Guys, this really weird thing happened today." So I explained what happened in class and they're like, "Oh my god, that's so embarrassing." I'm just like, "I mean, I guess, yeah, but I'm just mostly confused." And so I shared my work in progress and I'm just like, "Do you guys see it?" And one of my friends gets really quiet. She's just like, "Hey, I don't want to alarm you, but I see two." And I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean?" And that is why that teacher is one I will never forget his class. Because yeah, he was a great teacher, but as I said, like I feel like if it had been any other moment, I think, like, any other order of events, I probably would have been really embarrassed, but I was just so confused. I didn't have the mental capacity to be embarrassed about it. But yeah, like, now I'm very hyper vigilant about that sort of thing. And I don't mean to. Oh my god. You know what the funniest part about this honestly is? Like, after my friend was just like, "Oh yeah, I can see two of them in there," and like, "Oh god, where?" Instead of removing I covered them up with bushes. Let me see if I can find the character art. It's still one of my favorite pieces. Like, it's a good art piece, but just every little absurd thing about it just makes it so funny. No, it's not that one. That's a different alien. Yeah, I'm so glad you understand what I mean. Of course, at the time, I wasn't thinking of that in that terms. I just wanted to cover it up, but now that I thought back to it one time when I was telling the story, and I realized what I had done, and it just it just became funnier, honestly. Let me see if I can find it. Nope, that's commissions I've got from other people. Where are mine? 4 others? Is it in there? Why am I finding every other commission I've done other than this one? Ah, there it is. Okay, I'll put it in Discord. There we go, it's in Discord now. But yeah, this, like, very few people have seen this picture from me before, honestly, at this point. But, like, it's just such an iconic picture I've drawn now because of the story. I still don't know what that teacher was on, though, because, like, when my friend pointed out the ones she saw, she was pointing at the trees, and I was focused on the cave bit when I was drawing in class, so I don't know what the fuck I don't know what the fuck he's on. Yeah, like, if you're looking for it, it's very easy to figure out where they were. But yeah. But now the unfortunate thing is, now that I can see innuendos and I recognize them for what they are, now I have the unfortunate habit of cracking horny jokes all of the time, despite not being a horny person. I'm so ace! I'm so ace! But, like, sometimes you just have to make the funny, you know? Wait, what are you talking about? Oh my god! I didn't even see that one! What the fuck? Is that a third one? Is there a third one? What do you mean, Kira? No, I have not hydrated. I've had this unopened can of Dr. Pepper next to me this whole time, but I've been talking so much I forgot to open it. Honestly, that might be the one that my teacher saw. And then my friend just happened to see 2 other ones in the trees. That's so funny. Because again, I'm so fucking ace. I'm incredibly asexual. So it's not even some, like, subconscious bullshit happening. It was just purely accidental. That's my favorite college story, honestly. It's so funny. I've always been raised to, like, to laugh at myself. And like, look, if something's funny, it's funny. Like, it's one thing if it wasn't funny, and if it was, like, actually, like, hurtful, like, then I probably wouldn't laugh about it, but, like, genuinely, like, no harm done here. I would say go for it, but this was a commission piece, and I actually don't know, who owns the character at the moment, so... Excuse me, my goodness, sorry. Drink too much Dr. Pepper at once. Hi! I have a kitty next to me now. She's being very cute. Very demure. What's the new meme? So demure, so something. It showed up recently and I barely understand it. I'm not hip with the kids. I'm not on the TikTok. You know what? I'm just gonna copy paste that foot. I hate drawing feet. Thank you. Very mindful, very demure, so elegant. She is elegant. Like, as much as of a rat bastard Marjorie is, like, she is a very elegant kitty. She definitely has that, like, Maine Coon. She's got those Maine Coon genes. What? You can do what in Discord now? What the fuck? I didn't even know that was a thing. Go for it, honestly. I don't give a shit. Just don't be too not safe for work about it. I don't mind the occasional, like, a little bit of it, but I have... People get weird, and then I have to ban them, and I feel bad about it. Oh boy, it pings me. Does this just make my butt look big? Wait, I got it. Oh gosh. Oh, speaking of Discord though, I fucking hate that you can't turn off pings for replies. Like, if you reply to somebody, you can turn off that it will ping them, but the person that you are replying to does not have the option to block being pinged by replies, and I think that's stupid. I don't need to be pinged every time I'm replied to. I wish it was just off by default, at least. Like, you had to purposely ping somebody when you're replying to them. Which, if you've replied to me and pinged me, like, don't worry about it. I try not to throw a fit over it. But I hate getting pinged. I have all of my settings on Discord set up so, like, I'm pinged when it's important. And then they added the reply feature, and it's just completely obliterated the wonderful peace that I've had on Discord. I don't think you can even, like, turn off replying to people. Whose idea was this feature? Hi. She is being mindful at the moment. She's being a good girl. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh no. I didn't. I'm tempted to get a gremlin sticker like you got, like Dai got. That was you, right? I'm not mixing people up. Zooming. Yes, it was you. The gremlin that you got for Daishima. I'm considering getting one. It's so cute! What are you doing? Oh, that's what you're doing? Okay, I'm gonna move that for you. There you go. Oh, such a good girl. Thank you. I'm running. Oh no. Oh no. I love that it's set up like a fan cam. They need to add like 30 filters like they do for the K-pop fan cams. Get that glitter text in there! Oh my gosh! Are you a good girl? Yeah. Oh no. I've pet the Marjorie and now Marjorie's just like, hey, you're not allowed to stop. It's so good. I saw it getting spammed earlier. I was like, ah yes, all is right in the Daishima world. Right! Noodle's doing a good job! Such a good job! I got very excited when I saw her message. What are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry, I stopped petting you for too long. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hi. What's this? Oh, do I hear purrs? Hang on, I have to take off my headphones. Oh, I do. Why did you run away? Why did you run away, baby? Was that during the initial wave of donations or was that later? Because I saw that initial wave of donations. I thought that was very funny. Hi. Hi. Here, I got you. I know you. I know you. Oh. Why is this wet? Oh, why is it wet? Is there a hairball back there? Did you guys leave me a present? Is that why? That's so gross. Sorry, I got surprise hairballed by my cats. It was so funny. That was the first time I actually was there for the beginning of Dice stream. I got jump scared by his intros. I was playing Minecraft, and all of a sudden in the background I hear "Brrrrandada." It didn't help that his stream was for some reason set to max volume. I'm glad he likes it so much. I was really worried about how people would see it. And it took so fucking long. It was very worth it though. I do hope that somebody eventually becomes interested in commissioning me for one of those. I feel bad because they're gonna have to pay a lot of money. But it was a very fun commission. I wonder if I can set up like a slot system on VGen. Wait, he fully rigged K? What? wait, I missed that. He has a what? God damn! I didn't know that! He's never let that slip to me, holy shit! Is there a clip of it? Please tell me there's a clip of it. Oh my god. I'm gonna bug him for ages to show me it. I've been getting sneak peeks of, so I'm getting a new model. I'm still gonna use this Gremlin model, but my main model I'm getting a new one of, from the person that I've always dreamed of getting a model from. And so I've gotten a few work in progresses, and I've sent a couple of them to Daishima because he was sharing stuff to me as well. And now I have a new thing to bug him about. Ah. Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds about right. I know he's got lots of, like, little ideas of things that he wants in the future. Like, to me, the surprising thing here wasn't he has a model of K that's fully functioning, it's that he has it now. Like, that's something I would have expected for the future, not right this moment. Oh my god. Could you imagine, like, an actually voiced poo? That would be adorable. I wonder if you could hook up an utao to a voice, like a one of those voice reader thingies, text to speech. Cause you can make utaos, right? The Vocaloid, like, adjacent thingy majig. Cause that could be a way he does it. I don't know what his plans are though. Hi. Did you guys hear that one? Hi. Hi, Blay. Who's a pretty girl? Are you stealing my tape again? That's what I thought. That makes sense. I should refer there's a site that I know of for specifically getting voice actors. I know about it because I was helping with a project to voice, do a fan project for voicing all the stuff in Love Nikki. Yay! Her muse are so cute. Because I know there's also stuff that I want to have voice acted at some point. And I also planned on doing auditions through it. I guess it depends on how Daishima wants to do it though, because like Daishima has a tendency with commissions to do it like Skeb style, and the site that I'm thinking of is an audition site. I'm a very picky person when it comes to commissions. You'd have to link her Twitter. I hate Instagram so much. I don't have an Instagram, and Instagram does not let you scroll through somebody's backlog of posts unless you have an Instagram. It's so stupid. Literally the dumbest thing ever. Does she have a Tumblr? Asking for a friend. The friend is me. Yeah. I deleted all the stuff off my DeviantArt, but I kept my DeviantArt. Or I deleted most of it. I really can't wait for AI to die. It's so annoying. I've talked about it a bit at work. I'm in a tech-driven job, so it makes sense that they would look at it. And thankfully, at the very least, they are trying their very best to not be dipshits about it, unlike other companies have been dipshits about it. Oh, fuck yes. Cause like, the thing about generative AI, which is the specific type of AI that like does like art and stuff like that, like, outside of the stupidity of it being used to do creative works, there are uses for it. There are uses for that kind of model of AI that are like actually very useful and should exist. Like, I've always been of the opinion that it's not that this kind of AI should never exist, it's that its purpose, it is being used for the wrong purpose. And it's being used in fields that we have people who do those things and do them very well and should be paid to do those things. And the reason people are using AI to do it instead is because they're cheapskates. And assholes, to say the least. And the models that these generative AI models are based off of are unethical. Thank you! But there are uses for this kind of AI that is built on these giant models of data, and like, yes, this kind of AI is going to use power, it's going to be environmentally impactful and stuff like that, but when you limit it to those uses that where it's actually important that it's used for them, then it's like, what's the word? The cost is worth it. Because, like, I don't remember if it's the same kind of generative AI that is being used, in bad ways these days, but there's AI models like the one that's used to identify cancer cells and stuff like that. Like, there are places where it's purposeful and good to use it. And it's so frustrating to me because AI itself, as a whole, has been kind of tainted in a way that, like, you can't describe normal uses of AI without having to clarify, oh, not that one. Because AI itself has been around for ages. It's literally just an automated algorithm of some kind. Like, it's used everywhere. It's just this new fancy form of it has shown up that has thrown everyone off. It's very frustrating being in the tech field with the AI craze going around. One day we will be free of it, though. Hopefully. Knock on wood. I can dream. Do you have a Tumblr? If you do, you should link it, so I can follow it, even if you're not active. That's fine, most of my mutuals are inactive. That's fine. Listen, when you're on Tumblr, you're on there forever. So if you one day decide to start posting on Tumblr, I'll know. I'm gonna have to redo the gloves later, probably. But this is good enough for now. The hands themselves are fine, it's the frill that's bothering me. But I could not be asked to draw a better frill at the moment, so it's fine. I think that's the most important lesson doing animatics has taught me. It doesn't have to look perfect. You can fix it later. Ah, I see. Understandable. It took me so long to change my Tumblr username. When I started using Ambrosia Fairy as my online name, I was still using Might Be a Bit Magic on Tumblr for the longest time. Cause I was attached, I didn't want to get rid of it. Now it's my spoilers blog. Oh, I drew those already, whoops. Oh wow. That's very long. I kept changing usernames for a while. Before I realized I wasn't a girl, I used Nina a lot online. And then I realized I wasn't a girl, and then I didn't know what to do. So I just kept stealing names from my characters until I landed on Merlin, but then I was like, I don't want to- I'm gonna use that as my name. I don't want to use that as my online name, you know? And then I eventually landed on Ambrosia. I was using Might Be Magic for a while, though. Hey, cringe isn't real, it can't hurt you. Show me your My Little Pony OC. I'll show you my Homestuck character. In this household, we support cringe. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Fuck yeah, thank you! I've never actually finished watching Friendship is Magic, but I've seen some of the episodes. It was decent. Ooh, haha. I gotta follow this Tumblr before I forget. Wahoo! Oh my gosh. Her little preview in her pinned post is so cute. Oh my gosh! Yeah, I'll be scrolling that for 3 hours later. Oh, that's so cute! Oh my goodness! I love the colors. You know, I know we found the subject earlier, but you still managed to get me with that one. Let me find my idiot, as I like to call them. There they are. There's the fucker. As promised, here's my Homestuck troll. Okay, but I feel that though. I haven't drawn a lot of Not Safe for Work, because I still get embarrassed. But I've drawn a few things, and every time I do, I like have to hide it in like 3 different folders deep. So I don't, because I know myself. I know I'm clumsy, and I'm clumsy enough to accidentally click on the folder. So I have to put it in another one. Thank you. Yes, I put all my gremlin energy into them. It's what they deserve. I do think my title is very funny. I took the test. That's my official one. Those are my official I'm official everything. From the official troll quizzes for Homestuck. Cause like the light is technically like luck to a degree, or at least it's luck for Vriska. I don't understand Rose's whole deal still, but like they're the other two light characters. And Prince, as a title, is someone who destroys their aspect. Oh lord. Oh dear. Oh no. Do I know this bad group? Is it the one that we keep talking about with the AI art people? I'm actually not really familiar with a lot of YouTubers. Unless somebody starts talking about them directly. I don't know any. I know Ninja Sanji's bad, cause Ninja Sanji, yike. And I know like a few other people. But I don't know that many. Oh goodness. I'm gonna guess in the oh dear kink category, cause like people can have kinks. Safe and consensual. That's how I feel about that. But like there's a few of them where I'm just like, I don't think that's really a kink. I think that's just weird. I don't want to talk about the subject anymore. I was about to say an example, then I was like, you know what? No, I don't want to taint my stream with this. Ask me about it offline. But yeah, I actually have no idea who the fuck you're talking about, though. Back on subject. Oh, you want me to delete them? That's fine. I can do that. I think if I purge 1 minute... I did not mean to purge all of your messages. Holy shit. I'm so sorry I accidentally timed you out. I don't know which add-on this is that does this for me, but I don't understand it every time. Every time it does weird things that I don't anticipate it doing, and I don't get it. I don't understand. I just wanted to delete 3 messages. This is part of why I don't have a chat on my screen anymore, though, so no one has to worry about their messages, like, being around for eternity on YouTube. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to time you out. I thought it was just gonna delete your messages for the last minute, but no! Twitch is mean to me. I just wanted to delete them. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Can we talk about how hot Sagittarius looks here? Like, goddamn, I did a fantastic job with this pose. I set out to make a hot lady, and I made a hot lady. That is true. The restream bot does snitch. But it's fine. Who's gonna look at my fucking stream thoughts? Let's be real. I mean, like 3 people will, but you get what I mean. She is! She's everything I wanted her to be. I am mildly concerned that the trail of her dress may end up looking like a fart cloud if I don't color it. But I'm gonna choose to ignore that and hope that people are kind to me. This is the kind of things that I think about. I'm haunted. The problem is once you start thinking about them with your own art, like, you can't unsee it. It's there forever. Every time it happens. And you have to willfully choose to ignore it when it does. Otherwise you will go insane. The number of times I've gone back to a design where I've had just 3 circular objects next to each other, and I think to myself, does this look too much like a dick? Do I need to change this? It's too many! It's too many! It does make it funnier when I do it on purpose, though. Like, oh, you weren't around for the dock and balls. Oh no, we've archived the Valheim world too, so I can't just log on and show you. What was it that happened? How did we get there? Let me think. So I have a Valheim server that I had set up for a while, and I'm trying to fix it so we can have it modded, but it keeps breaking on me. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But one of my friends on there needed a dock. And I was just like, oh hey, I can build a dock for you, that's fine, that's pretty easy. And I've got a lot of stone, and I have too much time on my hands. So I went over there and I started building it, and I started with just what was it? Oh no, he also needed a smelting area for all of his smelting stuff. I was like, okay, I got a good idea. I like building circles in Valheim. They're very fun and easy to do. So I'll just do a bunch of layered circles and then a long dock. You might see the problem with this. I didn't even get to the dock part. I had just built 2 circles that were overlapping, and then he comes over and he's just like, Ambrosia, I don't mean to alarm you, but these look like balls. I just turned to him and said, oh yeah, bet. I can make this worse. Ida Shiva. and I crafted a fucking masterpiece, let me tell you. It's the biggest fucking dock. It is unnecessarily large for a dock, but I had to do that so that it was so that it was sized right. So the balls were the right size. And we creationed it the dock and balls as it deserves. But the best part about it is that, so the guy I was building this for, fucking terrible at building, per his own words, not mine, his words. Which, he's not bad, but I did come over to his house and vomit a little bit because it was that bad. And that's why I was building it for him. And he got a roommate in game to just there so that he can supply them with items and they can build for him. And we waited for 4 hours for this guy to log on just so we could see his reaction to what I had built. dog's on, and I'm trying so hard not to just burst out laughing. I'm just like, please come over here. I've finished your dog. And he walks over, and I can see the exact moment when it loads in, because he just freezes. And he just goes, I don't even know what to say. Why is it so large? And we just start cackling. Let me see if I can go find screenshots of it in the Discord we have for the server. Because it's truly, it's a thing of beauty. It's so large that you have to turn up your settings, otherwise it won't fully load on screen. Oh, there it is. I'll put it in video games. It is a work of art. It is a fucking masterpiece. Anyways, Daishima, please elaborate on a real life cat fight. Thank you. It's my favorite thing I've ever done. You can even see me like trying to get a good vantage point so I can like figure out the size of everything. Oh, and you can't see it from this. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You get it. You can't see it from this point, but because it's so high up off the water, you needed like staircases to get up to it from the water side. And so to make sure it was easy to traverse from any side you decided to come at it from, I put a staircase at the top. I wish I had a screenshot of it. Because I let them both over there after I built it, and they just, the sigh of disappointment they gave me was just the greatest thing. Anyways, I love being a menace. That's incredible, Dai. Oh, but yes, I do want to know your favorite emotes. I didn't get to stick around for the whole ranking. Oh, I didn't see that you got blocked on YouTube, Kira. Let me allow that. I'm not sure, Kira, but if there, I know the Valheim speedruns are like stupid long, like 24 hours or something, because of how long it takes to boat around. And you have to make actual significant progress in the game to get to stone for what I built there. So it'd be a pretty significantly long speedrun to Those are all very good choices. Oh, I love the heart. I will say, the one thing I do really like about YouTube emotes is they actually have fucking emotions. Like, they put effort in, and I appreciate that. Even if they look a little funny sometimes, they actually tried. And I applaud them for trying. They do still look far too close to those fucking, like, what is it? Inside, what's that movie? Inside Out? Is that it? Yeah, they look like Inside Out characters, which does bother me, like you were saying just there. But like, they did a good job of putting emotion into them. I'm thrown as to why they added a yoga pose. Who needed yoga? Is there that many yoga moms on YouTube? What is that? I can't even see it. Huh. I feel like the idea of it isn't bad, but like to do a full body emote, like you need more real estate. Like what you were saying earlier, you need real estate like you get in Discord, but you don't get that on YouTube or Twitch. Yeah, I agree, Kira. It's the equivalent of like all those fucking weird ASMR people on Twitch. Not the actual ASMR people, the weird ones that are using it as a thinly veiled reasoning for the gross noises. Why is there a social distancing emote? You know what? I applaud them for that one. I think that one's funny as hell. Honestly though, as soon as I saw the words for it, like the social distancing one, it makes sense. I think it works for what it's supposed to be. The other two though, I agree. I think they did okay with the contrast on the stage one. Like at the very least you can see the person standing out from the background. They don't have enough real estate to make it an emote though. Like that's a bad emote for YouTube. It would not be a bad emote on its own somewhere else, like Discord, as you're saying. The crowd surf one, I liked the idea that they have going there, but again, like, they don't have the real estate for it. You can't see what's happening, it all just blurs together. I think that would be a really good emote for them to use, the inside out weird skin tone colors, because then they could up the contrast between the people and you could actually see what was happening. Yeah, I also thought it was feet. They should have simplified the hands. I don't think they should have used as many fingers. I think they should have done mitten hands. And I think they should have used different colors, because I think that would have worked a lot better. I do applaud them for trying with the inclusivity, but It's unreadable as an emote. The elbows, what the fuck is an elbow bump? What is that? What is this? I hate it. If that's some social distancing trend, social distancing means you don't touch at all, you idiots. Oh god, I hate that. I hate that so much. Just because you're not touching hands does not mean touching... Arguably it's worse. That's where you sneeze! And cough! No, I don't! I was out of college when COVID started. I was at home all of the time because I also lost my job at the beginning of COVID. I was one of the people that got fired because of COVID, cutting costs and all that. Which I am so glad I was not in school COVID era, because I experienced online school without COVID and it was dog shit, and I have no doubt it remained dog shit during COVID, if not worse. Oh my god, I hate it. I hate it so much. I'm still the only person who masks at work. I got really peeved the other day because I heard that, is it like New York or whatever, has banned masks again? And it's just like, why? There are still COVID cases. It's not gone. Also, hey, like, what's your problem with masks? Like, literally, the only reason they're banning it again is because they want to be able to use face detection with cameras. And they can't do that if people are wearing masks. No, I didn't die. I grew up in, like, the part of South that was, like, white, racist, and extremely homophobic. Like, my close family was not those things, but, like, there was a very distinct aura of that all over the place. And, it wasn't until I moved up to Wisconsin that I experienced people actually, like, having fun with their sexualities and not all terrified of being kicked out for being gay. That was when I actually met gay people in real life. I do have a pretty decent gaydar though. Like, I clocked my first ex, as bisexual and definitely genderfucky, months before he realized either of those things. You actually threw me off pretty badly, Di, with my gaydar though, cause like, you have a you have such bisexual energy, but it's completely thrown off by, like, those strangest things that you say sometimes. I can't even think of an example of something you said where it's just like, yeah, this guy totally has bisexual energy, and then one day you said something like, maybe not. And then one day, when you finally told me that you're actually straight, I was like, oh my god. wait, what? It all makes sense now. really know what to attribute me not somehow growing up to not be against LGBT stuff, even when I was younger and surrounded by a lot of hatred for it. But I do know that my first experience about learning gay people exist was I somehow stumbled into podcasts. I did not understand what a podcast was. I was like 13 and I stumbled into Welcome to Night Vale. I don't think I had even heard the word gay before. Like, all those people who talk about hearing gay thrown around as like an insult or anything, I never heard that ever. Until I was much older. Like, I hear it now, but I never heard it as a child. And so my first experience of conceptualizing that people of the same gender could be attracted to each other was listening to Cecil Palmer on Welcome to Night Vale wax poetic about what's the scientist guy's name? That was the first time I had even heard of the idea of it. And like, I remember blue screening for a couple of minutes and having to like scroll back to the beginning of the episode to listen to it again. I was like, wait, he likes a guy? I don't get it. I don't understand. And then I listened to it again and I'm like, well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. And I know personally, I have just been the longest egg to crack when it comes to being non-binary, because I have never once identified with the idea of being a girl. I've always hated like dresses and skirts and stuff like that. And like the moment like I heard about people being non-binary was in high school. One of my friends came out as non-binary and they wanted to use they them pronouns, or maybe he him, I don't remember. But they tried to describe it and I didn't really understand it until college. Somebody else explained it to me and I was starting to get it that time. I was like, wait a second, I don't have to be a guy or a girl? Aw, fuck yeah! And that's why it took me so long to crack my trans egg. Because I just didn't have the words to explain it. The first one, the first label I had for myself was asexual, because I've never really understand romance or attraction in any way, shape, or form. And I explained that to my high school friends and they're like, oh, have you heard of asexuality? I'm like, no, I don't know what the fuck that is. And then suddenly everything started clicking into place. Yeah, magnets are fucking magic. That doesn't make sense. I don't understand the science behind it. What do you mean electrons and protons and all that cause magnets to work? That sounds stupid. I think I'm just gonna do the outside outline, actually. For this. Yeah, that makes it way more cloud-like. That's what I want for her. Yeah, I honestly, I'm kind of surprised that I never had, like, any internalized, like, transphobia for myself. I think I had a little bit internalized homophobia. I just didn't think I was capable of being attracted to girls. Nowadays, I understand that my obsession with several different characters growing up as a child was definitely because I was attracted to them. It's all good. That's just what growing up is like. Yeah, I think I'm pleased with that so far. I'm still bothered by the gloves. I think I need to make the reference have like actual lines for the gloves so I can figure them out a little better. To whose Daishima? Can I get some clarification there? I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. Honestly, the first two people to come... Oh, I never watched Futurama. I really haven't. The most I know about it is, like, there's that one girl, she has orange hair and one eye, and then the take my money, meme. That's really all I know about Futurama. No, the first two characters that came to mind thinking about, like, characters that definitely made me gay, Oliver Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist, and Izumi Curtis from Full Metal Alchemist, and Lulu from Final Fantasy X. I'm just so pleased with how this frame turned out, sorry. I keep staring at it, I need to move on. Hi. Hi. You wanna come over here? No? Okay. Christ, right when I took a sip too. No, Daishima, it wasn't the fucking Teletubbies. Marjorie came over to me because she heard me coughing and she thought I was hurt. Actually, no, I fucking hated the Teletubbies. They were creepy. They moved weird. I didn't like them. I did not like the baby in the sun. I did not like the baby. I was always really creeped out by the Teletubbies. No. When I grew up, it was fucking Blue's Clues and SpongeBob. Are you trying to drink soda? Thank you. I'm glad you understand. The sky baby is so weird. Why did they put a baby in the sky? What are you doing? No, stop that. No, do not try to eat Sour Patch Kids. No. No, ma'am. Oh, and Fairly Odd Parents, of course. And Avatar. No. That is not cat safe. Actually, I'm gonna pick her real quick. Come here, my baby darling. Come here. I wanna cuddle you. No! She ran away from me. You can see her on the camera for a second. Come here. Hi. What did you do to your cake to make it not human safe? I might just finish up with the sketch for this. My voice is dying a little bit. Yeah, same, Kira. I mean, like, crush is a strong word. I don't really get strong crushes on anyone, even when they are romantic. Oh no. How much sugar did you put in it? Oh right, you were making the confetti cake too, weren't you? Oh no. Oh my god! Daishima, why? Did you take a picture of it? I want to see it. Marjorie? Why the fuck did you put a pound of sprinkles got it. Hell yeah, thank you. I'm sorry, I'm so bad. I was talking about this earlier. I'm so bad at watching stream VODs. It doesn't help that you come after your streams and you just send me the screenshots of the important parts anyways. Thank you. Oh my god. That's not confetti cake. That's... I don't even know... It looks like a fucking bulbit with how many sprinkles you put in it. It looks more sprinkles than cake. How did you manage to do that? It does look really good though. I will admit that it does look tasty. Thank you, Kira. I'll watch that later. I do love confetti cake. I know I haven't mentioned this since starting this part of the animatic, but I hate this nose style. I hate it so much. I can't do any variety with it. None. All my characters look the same. I hate it. This is why I draw noses the way I do, so that they actually have shape and form and size and changes to them. I hate anime noises. That was very funny. Excuse me. For some reason, despite her hair looking more like pink diamonds, I keep getting white diamond vibes from her, and I don't know why. Steven Universe just must be on the mind, I don't know why. I'm not even planning to rewatch it at any point at the moment. I'm in my magical girl phase again. I finished Kamikaze Kaito-chan. It was very good. I'm trying to decide what to watch next. I was trying to start a Pretty Cure series because I love Pretty Cure. But they've had this like era of Pretty Cures where I cannot stand the main character and I don't know why. But every time I try to watch the show, it's just like, I don't like this character. Like, how did you manage to fuck up your own formula? And the worst part is the one I'm trying to watch is the one that, like, everyone loves. Or at least, I keep seeing people really love this one. And I just keep getting weirded out about it. Like, is it just me? Is it just me who's just like, hey, Pretty Cure, why do you keep putting babies in your show? Like, you've done the bit. You've done the whole bit already. You don't have to do it again. Why did you do it again? And they keep doing it. I don't know why. I really don't. Thank you. I appreciate that. I need to delete this nose. It keeps throwing me off. I need to draw my normal nose so I can get the face shape right at this angle. Like, okay. Sorry, on the subject of Pretty Cure. So, my personal favorite season is the one that I first watched of Pretty Cure, which is Fresh Pretty Cure. And, like, even that season has a baby character, and I'm just like, you know, okay. But, like, the baby character has a reasonable amount of, like, baby features, but is also not a fucking child that other children are being forced to take care of by magical forces. So, like, it's understandable. I feel like there's a good balance there for Fuwa in Fresh Pretty Cure. But then, like, you scoot forward a few seasons, and you try to watch Hagata Pretty Cure, and that's just a literal baby. And the show itself is, like, about growing up, which, like, okay, it's a children's show. Understandable subject matter and whatnot. Why do your characters who are 13, like, in the range of, like, 13, 14, why do they look like adults when they transform? I don't like that. I'm very weirded out about it. I'm very, very weirded about the heavy makeup. And I'm extremely weirded out about the fact that you've handed them a child, a baby. And, like, it's put me off from watching Hagato for so long, but I was like, you know what, I'm in my magical girl phase, I'm going to try to watch this. I did not make it through the first episode. It's so weird. I don't understand. And I was also trying to watch, what is it? Is it Hiragana Sky Pretty Cure? Because I've seen so many good things about that one, and the transformations in it are incredible. And I love all the characters and stuff. And then I found out that the baby character that they're all taking care of is one of the Pretty Cures, and she transforms into a 13-year-old girl. I'm like, this is weird! Like, is it just me? Is it just me? Or is it weird that you're transforming your baby character into a 13-year-old girl just for the transformation and, like, being in magical girl sequences? And, like, I don't know, there's something very off-putting about that character in particular, and I cannot put my finger on it as to why it is so off-putting. But it's just really, really off-putting to me. And I was like, okay, well maybe I should just find a different season of the newer Pretty Cures that I haven't seen yet. But, like, the thing is, like, they all have weird things happening with the mascot characters. It really throws me off. I've talked about this one before, where there's one season where they're all sweets themed, which is very cute, and I adore their designs so much, but as a part of the sequence to transform, it looks like they eat the mascots. And I'm sorry, but you can't do that to me. You can't have them eat the mascot during the transformation sequence. So I can't watch that season either. And I can't watch the other Sweets themed one because I just keep thinking about the first one that doesn't. No! Don't! I will not accept that commission, Daishima. You will not. There is not an amount of money in the world you could pay me to do that. I am scarred. But yeah, so. Sorry, Daishima, I'm not into vor. But yeah, so there's another season I'm trying to watch, which is it's the princess themed one, which I think I started watching it a while ago, but I didn't finish, and I can't remember why. $20,000. Okay, you know, maybe. Look, I'm not above selling out. There's just gotta be a lot of zeros in that number. Nah, I'm not above selling out. What else is there? Oh, Heart Catch Pedicure is on the list as well, because Heart Catch Pedicure is just it's the best season. Like, I have my personal favorites, which is Fresh Pedicure and what is it? Star Twinkle Pedicure. Just because I adore those two so much. But Heart Catch Pedicure is the best. Honestly, a noble goal to aspire to, Daishima. I support your endeavor, no matter how much it hurts me. I do furry art. Look, furries are chill as hell. They're fun to do commissions for. People are so judgmental of furries, but like, for no reason. Yes, I am aware of the reasons. I think their reasons are stupid. Wait, who's this? I've never watched Hunter x Hunter. I've heard good things about it. It's on my list, like, one day I'll finally watch. That's incredible. I adore that. That's wonderful. I do feel bad that For Affinity has been hacked so badly right now. Hopefully they'll fix that sooner than later. Both their Twitter and the site itself have been hacked. Yeah. It is the target of a phishing attack at the moment, where they have the attackers have hijacked the URL, and I believe are trying to steal account information through it. And they have also attacked the Twitter, the only safe place to get information directly from the For Affinity administrators is from their Discord at the moment. Oh, that's sad. She can be cute in both forms. I might be here for a bit trying to get this fucking hand pose. Let me think. Cause like it should be the pointy finger and the thumb grabbing that. And then the rest of the fingers. Hey, 50% off a fursuit? Let's be real. She's got good priorities. I feel like she could have commissioned cute clothes for her both form, though, instead of training to have two forms. But I understand the state of anime. I think instead of drawing two frames, I'm just gonna keep the glasses and the hands separate and just move them and be lazy. Women with muscles are very hot. I agree. I mentioned I was reading Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, and I think they were cowards and they should have given Sangha more muscles. She should have been buff as fuck. But they're cowards, so they made her skinny. And I think she deserved to have some weight. Now Han So-young, she deserves to look like a drowned rat. That just fully fits her aesthetic. And I love her for it. They did make her hot as well though, so I stay winning. It's very funny being on Tumblr and seeing people's opinions about the webtoon for Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. I had no idea that people who read the novel hated Kim Jo. I don't know how to say his name. It's a Korean name. I'm terribly sorry in advance for how badly I'm going to butcher his name. But I didn't realize people didn't like Kim Dokja's designs. But they just got to the Demon King arc and they're like, everyone on Tumblr still hates the fact that it's inaccurate to the novel, but they're like, but it's such a good design. And I'm like, yeah, they did make him hot. He deserves it. It's a good design. Oh my goodness. Muscles aren't an impurity? What the fuck? Muscles are a bonus. Boo. I've only really read one cultivation novel, and it's literally satire on the genre as a whole, so well, not satire on the cultivation genre, but satire on like stallion novels in the cultivation genre? Question mark? Scum Villain is an experience. between Scumvillain and Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, though, I've finally fallen back into the pit of my spite-written VR video game story. So I could write system windows again. Ooh, thank you. I'm glad she got her muscles back. Also, is she wearing leather on bare skin? Ma'am! Ma'am, no, don't do that to yourself. Get some layers for those belts. Oh my god. Her skin's gonna chafe so much. Seriously? Every time I see leather on directly on skin these days, I just cringe so much. I was gonna stop after I had sketched this. Why am I still going? Oh my gosh. It's been 3.5 hours. My voice is dying. I'll catch you guys next week. Other than being in the Discord. Does YouTube let me raid now? Am I allowed to raid? I'm not sleeping. I'm just gonna play games. I have Minecraft to get back to. Ah, thank you for the cat. I don't see an option to raid on YouTube, so I think YouTube still hates me. How do you do it? Customization? Yeah, it still hates me. Alright, I'll catch you guys next week. Bye-bye!